a jury has been selected for the trial between the AI firm and Elon Musk, who claims that the company, OpenAI, abandoned its founding mission as a non-profit. Arguments begin today, but regardless of the outcome, Bloomberg Opinion reporter Dave Lee says it's a win for Musk. Dave, you're with us now. And in many ways, is it the distraction that ends up winning for XAI and Elon Musk here?
Right, I think if you're Elon Musk, you're looking at OpenAI and thinking there's a competitor that reduces Musk's own chances of capturing more of the AI market. We know SpaceX is looking to go public very, very soon. And XAI, the AI company, is part of that. And what this case is doing, at the very, very least, is putting a cloud over OpenAI's own efforts to go public themselves. You know, as this is overhanging them, there's a chance, if it really goes against OpenAI, that they'll have to unwind their for-profit business and go back to the non-profit structure that they originally set up in, which Elon Musk says he's seeking to create. OpenAI, of course, say, you know, Elon Musk is being disingenuous. He wants to be rich from AI as well. He was behind a for-profit restructuring for OpenAI, and that this is just a ploy to slow them down. Well, it's a ploy that is already working and could get more effective depending on how the court ends up seeing it.
Okay, the title of your column is OpenAI is shedding baggage. Now it needs a jury's help. Dave Lee. What baggage? Just be a bit more specific.
Where do you begin? I mean, look, we've seen today this issue of having user and revenue growth issues, but one of the things that's been affecting OpenAI recently is this idea that it's doing too many things and that it's some of its deal making has tied it in knots. So, for example, on Monday, we saw that OpenAI had renegotiated an already renegotiated deal with Microsoft over compute, over access to frontier models. That's a good bit of baggage to get out of the way because it brings some clarity to their deal with Microsoft, which has kind of gone sour over the last couple of years. Other baggage includes what the company was calling side quests. So we saw it close down Sora, the video app that was kind of popular but was really expensive to run, didn't really seem to have much in the way of generating enough revenue to make it worth it for OpenAI. These are all little things that Sam Altman, I think, in his sheer enthusiasm to try and do everything, are now, as the company prepares for an IPO, seen as distractions, seen as strains on the balance sheet. You know, this is a company that's going to show that even though it's going to be losing money for quite some time, up until at least 2030 is the projection,
right,
they've got to be shown to be reining in some of those costs, to at least be heading in the right direction. The biggest bit of baggage, or one of the largest bits of baggage, I should say, is this trial, though, which is why, as I said, they need a jury's help with some of this.
Well, they've got the jury. They have opening statements. In fact, Sam Altman and Greg Brockman were at the court yesterday, which was a surprise to some. We are expecting a lot of other previous and current OpenAI executives to take the stand, right?
Yeah, I mean, OpenAI has been a soap opera in Silicon Valley. You had Sam Altman forced out briefly, back after a weekend. You've had staff leaving, starting their own companies. Anthropic, of course, is one of those. Mira Murati has started her own company. She was formerly at OpenAI. Having some of this laid out on the stand is going to be wonderful for people like us. I feel it's going to be very uncomfortable for some of those really sort of at the center of this. There's a lot of egos here. There's a lot of, bad blood, I think, between some of these former colleagues. But that's what happens, when you're at the center of what, for the last couple of years, I think we can say is one of the most exciting and talked about companies in the world. So plenty to enjoy, and we've got a few weeks of it to enjoy starting today.